Hello everyone, Michael O'Brien here with another magic product review, and today we're going to be taking a look at Switchboard by Martin Andersen. Hello my friends, and welcome to another magic product review where my job is to check out some of the latest and greatest magic on the market today and let you guys know what I think so that you can make an informed purchase and decide on whether or not you think this is something you should add to your act. Now, Martin actually reached out to me not too long ago and sent me a message asking if I would take a look at Switchboard. Now, I've heard of this effect before. Not super familiar about it, but I knew that it was the trick with the light bulbs and the different switches, and you move the light bulbs around, and when you activate the switches, it still activates the correct light bulbs, right? And I thought that that was kind of cool, but not something that I ever really considered, actually grabbing and testing out for myself. So I thought, you know what the heck? It could be something cool that I could check out. I received this in the mail, and oh my goodness, let me tell you, this is so much fun to play with. And I'm going to talk to you guys all about it, and I'm even going to perform it for you so you guys can see what it looks like live and in my hands as I perform the effect. And we'll walk through all the steps and all of that good stuff so you guys can see exactly what this is. But first, just a couple of announcements. If you have not already done so, please make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you know every time I upload a new video. If you guys would like to support the channel for just $1 a month, you are welcome to click the join button and become a member. Members get access to a bunch of cool stuff, including tutorials, early access to videos, emojis, badges, and more. Now, today's review video has been sponsored by Ideaa. They are the creators, of course, of Switchboard, so huge shout out to them, and thank you guys so much for sending me this product. This is really cool. This is a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and talk about what is Switchboard. So I want to show it to you first so you guys can actually see what it looks like, right? And all this is a little switchboard, like a little circuit board here. You can see it's got little switches that are color coordinated switches that correspond to the different colored light bulbs on the switch. And they have like little, you can see like little paths, so it goes from switch to switch, and a little compartment for the battery. Now, the really cool thing is the batteries that you get, they are these little lithium batteries, but these are rechargeable batteries, okay? Which I thought was really cool because these are not super cheap batteries. So you're gonna go through a lot of these when performing this effect. The fact that they gave you rechargeable ones means that you can perform this over and over and over and again, and you don't have to be replacing batteries every third or fourth time that you bust this guy out, right? So a lot of really cool stuff here. The switchboard is really cool. It's really well made. It's heavy, and all of the pieces and stuff are really well constructed, and it's all really well put together. Now, the really cool thing is, you can see there's lots of small pieces here. The little LEDs actually do come out, so you just unscrew them, just like this, right? And you screw it back in, and all of the little switches have these little covers that you can remove, right? And of course, just like little switches. Now, I don't have the battery put in yet, so none of the lights are going to come on, but we'll actually walk through the functionality of this in just a moment. The really cool thing now is if you lose any of the pieces, everything can be replaced. You can purchase like a refill kit that comes with the different parts that you're going to need. If something breaks or if you lose something, you can replace those parts. So it's really cool. And it's a pretty customizable effect too. So I'm going to talk about the customability of this at the end, but first I want to perform it for you. You're going to get a tutorial. Now, the tutorial is in 3 different languages, I believe. I know for sure it's in French, and I know for sure it's in English. It's an English dubbed video, so it'll be Martin speaking. Forgive me, Martin, I'm not sure which language is your native language, but you'll be speaking that language, and then it's dubbed over with a voiceover over the thing. So you get it in a few different languages, and you're also not only going to get videos, you're going to get written instructions too that teach you how all this stuff works. It's all really well organized on a web page, and you'll have access to all of this stuff. You also get access to bonus material, so when they add new stuff later, you'll automatically get access to that too. You get a little code card that allows you to sign up for that, and then you'll get future access to all of the cool stuff that comes out. Now, when I first watched the tutorial, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little overwhelming for me. I watched all of the videos and I read through the tutorial, and I was still like, yeah, I don't get it. This is like really confusing, right? So what you have to do, and what he talks about throughout the entire thing, he's like, I know this is a lot, but just get it in your hands, play with this, and you'll see how easy it is. And that's exactly what I did. You know, I started playing with this guy here, and after just playing with it for like a few times, you kind of start to get the hang of it, right? So we'll go ahead, I'm gonna walk you through this step by step now. We're gonna go ahead and put in the battery, right? You can see the little LED light comes on there. And this comes programmed with a routine already, already for you to go. But you actually get bonus ideas that you can do that are not already included with this, that you can program into it so that you can build your own routines and stuff, right? So let's talk about the switch now and how it functions. The switch itself uses a programmable logic controller, a PLC. So there's nothing hidden underneath, which is really cool because that means that this could get handed out. It could be examined, right? They can check everything out. They can play with the switches, right? So you'll see if I switch on the blue light, it turns on the blue light. Over here, if I switch on the red light, it turns on the red light. If I switch on the green light, it turns on the green light. And of course, if I switch on the yellow light, it turns on the yellow light. And again, you can hand this out, they can play with it. You can hand this out completely disassembled and they can assemble everything for you and it'll still work. So they can put the lights wherever they want, they can put the switches wherever they want, as long as the lights and switches line up. So of course the blue switch with the blue switch, the green switch with the green switch, yellow with yellow, and red with red, right? As long as it all lines up, it'll work out just fine. But again, and you can kind of see, if I can hold it maybe this way, you can see the line that connects the switch to the actual LED, right? So the presentation that I like to do with this is like my high school project where I had to solder the switchboard and do these like little lights thing, right? But I've been experimenting with it as a magician and there's a lot of really cool things that you can do. We already know that the switch activates each individual light, right? So for example, we already know that the red switch does the red, the blue switch does the blue, yellow does yellow, and green does green. Obviously that makes sense, right? So let's try playing with this a little bit. I want you to think of any two colors, okay? Just go ahead and name any two colors that you want. And this is completely a free choice. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this myself, just because obviously I can't read your mind really, and I can't have you tell me through the screen which one to choose. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this, right? So let's just say you chose blue, right? So like I said, these little things come off, okay? So let's just say you chose blue. So we'll go ahead and turn on the blue switch. And let's just say you chose yellow. We'll turn on the yellow switch. So now both of those lights are on, right? What I'm gonna do now is take off the little cap. My daughter calls these sprinkles because they look like little sprinkles. And we're gonna switch them, right? So now we'll put the blue over here and the yellow over here. And you can have them do this too. I don't know if you can see or not, but they're kind of mixed up. So the blue switch is here, and when I switch it, it actually turns off the blue light. The yellow switch is over here, and when I switch it, it actually turns off the yellow light, right? So yellow still turns on yellow, green still turns on green, blue still turns on blue, and of course, red still turns on red. It can be handed out, it can be examined, and all of that stuff. Now that's the normal effect. That's like the most basic thing that it does. That's the effect that you've probably seen before with the switchboard, but we're gonna take it a step further, okay? So let's go ahead and turn all of these lights off one more time. And you can see the state that it's in now, they're all kind of mixed up. At this point, you can ask the spectator to shuffle it as much as they want to, so they can mix everything around. It doesn't matter where. Let's just go ahead and take off the red one and replace the red one and the blue one like this. Right? And you can have them shuffle everything. I'm just gonna kind of do this just kind of real quick so you guys can see. But you can see none of them match now. Yellow doesn't match up because it's yellow with blue. Actually, green is with green. So let's go ahead and shuffle that even more. We'll take this and we'll shuffle it over here. All right, we'll take off the green one. If I can take it off, there we go. And we'll place that over here. And this goes over here. So now we have yellow with blue, red with green, green with yellow, and blue with red. So none of them match. They're all shuffled, right? Yet when I still do this, look, the blue switch still activates the blue light. The red switch still activates the red light. The green switch still activates the green light. And last but not least, of course, the yellow switch still activates the yellow light. And again, It's really cool. Like, and they can play with this. Look, right? It's really cool. Like, I don't even know. And learning how to do this is a lot of fun too. It's a really cool thing. So let's go ahead and turn these all off again, right? So now that we know that the color coordinated switches work with the color coordinated lights, what were to happen if I was to take one of the switches apart? So let's just say I take off the green cap, right? And I activate the switch. Nothing happens. It's kind of weird, right? But yet blue still activates blue, red still activates red, yellow still activates yellow. You'll notice that there's a yellow, a red, nothing, and a blue. The green one's missing, and the green one is the only light that's not on, right? So let's go ahead and turn these all off now. And you actually get inside here, I want to try to do this without dipping this out of frame because I don't want you guys to think I'm switching anything. There we go. What we're going to do is, since green is missing, we're going to go ahead and replace the green light bulb with a white one. You actually get a little white light bulb in here, right? Just like this, and watch. Since this technically is white, since there's no color associated with it, it turns on the white one, and of course blue, yellow, red, and you get the gist, right? And there's just more and more things that you can do with it. You can do color matches. You can stack these little things up and you can have like different things happen and stuff. You have to program it a certain way, of course. As I like throw the little things away. But yeah, this is a really cool little thing to play with, and it's not difficult to learn. You just got to sit down with it and you got to play with it a little bit. You got to take it out and play with it. That sounded dirty. I'm sorry for that. But you do, you really do. You gotta just, you just gotta have fun with it. You gotta play and you gotta experiment with the different parts and the different things that it does, and watch the tutorials all the way through, read the thing all the way through. After you've done all that and you're still like, oh, I don't understand it, take it out, play with the switches and stuff, play with moving stuff around, play with the basic routine that they give you. It's a lot of fun just to perform this just the way that it comes. And then if you decide that you want to upgrade and program it with your own routines, it allows you to have 4 different routines programmed at any one time, okay? And on top of that, you get routine 0, which essentially is the switchboard just functions the way that it's supposed to. You can hand it out and it could be examined. They can play with all the switches and they can't mess anything up. And it just functions the way that it would normally. And then you get the 4 other routines that you could program into it to make it work, to do the things that you want it to do. There's a routine where you stack the different lights up, and you literally you stack them up like this, right? So that they're like one on top of the other one. And now the yellow and the red one, when you switch it, it turns on the yellow and red light at the same time. There's one where you can turn on the light. Whoop. Man, I'm just throwing everything today. There's one where you turn on the light and then you take off the cap and the light just fades out. So there's a lot of really cool things you can do with this. I highly recommend you guys pick one up. It's just so much fun to play with. Link in the description below for days. You guys know how I roll. I want you guys to go purchase this from Ideaa directly. And yeah, this is just switchboard. I didn't think I knew I was gonna like it. I knew it was gonna be fun, but I didn't think that this would be something that I would really consider putting into my act. And thank you so much for surprising me, because this is a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Question for you now: what is your favorite trick to perform that uses some kind of electronic device? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to check out some more magic, visit us at obrianmagic.com and be sure to check out our online magic shop, where you will find the latest and greatest magic books, downloads, and accessories.